Hey guys, Duke here. I am back. So I know it's been a while since I recorded a video. Work has been really busy lately. We've been understaffed. But I've also been trying to lay low for just a little bit to avoid attention, both on YouTube as well as in Arena, because as you may have heard, there have been a number of hacked accounts lately in the among top players. But anyway, it looks like that's kind of calming down right now, and I got a little bit of time, so I want to make sure to discuss a really relevant topic for a lot of people. And it's the answer to this question: should I craft a homunculus? So a lot of people, really want to try it out, check it out, see what it's like. But as as many of you have encountered, it takes quite a bit to farm up just to craft it. Now, the short answer is actually this. Should you craft a homunculus? For the vast majority of summoners or players, the answer is no. The reason is that without skill evolutions, it's actually pretty lackluster. So let's take a look at mine, for example. And you can see we have a single target attack here. I evolved the skill once so it freezes with a 15% chance. Another single target attack weakens defense with a 50% chance for 2 turns, 4-round cooldown. And then we have another single target attack. This is kind of similar to the Water Kung Fu Girls attack. Damage increases by 20% for each harmful effect. So this is actually a decent single target attack for, let's say, dragons or potentially even raids. But to be honest, there's nothing really that stands out about him at his base level. You can also see that whenever he dies, he revives with half health for 2 turns. He does 30% more damage, but he can't be controlled, and then he dies after a couple of turns. So that's the basic homunculus. And he's going to be summoned at fire for everyone once you craft him. And you can name him, which is kind of cool. You can see mine is named Homunculus. Anyway, you might have thought that it took a lot of effort to craft the homunculus, but check this out. I've already upgraded the first skill, and that's how you change elements, by the way. You start with fire, and then if you want to go to water, for example, you simply upgrade the first skill like this. Now, if I want to upgrade it further to, let's say, AoE, look, I need 500 more of these waters, 250 more lights, 250 more darks, and actually 500 of the magic. That takes the longest because it doesn't really drop a magic every single run, so you're going to have to farm quite a few. Look at the next level. We're up to 800. After that, it goes up to 1200. And finally, 1700. So we're talking thousands of materials to max the skill evolutions, and only with max skills is the homunculus really worth its value in the time and effort you're going to put into it. So my recommendation is this: if you can score A+ or higher, that's 2 million damage or higher, then on auto mode in the Rift dungeons, then yes, it can be worth it to farm for the homunculus. But if you're not at that level yet, it really would not behoove you to farm the homunculus because there are more important things for you to work on. Frankly, it's mostly runes and farming Rift raids in particular that'll help you out more than the Rift dungeons until you hit late game or end game. The homunculus is really designed to give end game players something to do. Once you're already easily farming TOA hard and you're doing speed clears of R5 and Guardian Arena and Guild Wars are pretty standard and straightforward, there's not a whole lot more to work on besides just farm runes and raid. So Come to Us gave us something else for endgame players to work on. And it's going to take a lot of time and effort, but it becomes sort of like a Swiss Army knife, and it's really worth it for endgame players to have a homunculus. But until you're already easily clearing TOA hard and R5 speed runs, it's probably not worth your effort. So that's my recommendation for all of you. Of course, if you really love the homunculus, especially for free-to-play players, and you're at least getting some materials and you're willing to put in the time and effort, go for it. More power to you. But I recommend that if you are in early game, mid game, or even just starting late game, you focus more on your runes and grindstones, enchants, etc. Get your skills up, get your team set for all the other content of the game before you start working on the Homunculus. Alright, hope you found this useful, everyone, and like it if you did, subscribe to keep them coming. Thanks all.